The book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is considered one of the best self-development books and has achieved global bestseller status with over 25 million copies sold. This book, written by Stephen Covey, is full of golden lessons on personal change, which will help you improve yourself and enhance your life in all its various aspects. In this video, we will begin by providing a relatively detailed summary of the 7 habits of highly effective people. The title of the book may suggest it only discusses 7 habits, but in reality, it covers several important topics that the author explains within each habit. Before delving into a discussion of these habits, how to acquire them, and their significance, there is an important point that should be clarified first. This point is what Stephen Covey begins the book with, as it plays a crucial role in adopting the 7 habits: mindset and effectiveness. The author states that there is a difference between an active person and an effective person. Some people achieve the desired results, while others achieve nothing, despite doing the same work and spending the same amount of time and effort. This difference between an active person and an effective person is attributed to what the author calls the mental model, which is the mental representation of an idea in each person's mind. This mental model can make some people successful, while it can cause others to fail. The importance of the mental model lies in how a person perceives something. For example, a person's mental model of success can lead them to actual success or to failure if that mental model is wrong. Similarly, if your mental model of earning money is incorrect, it will inevitably lead to failure in achieving that goal. Therefore, before attempting to adopt the 7 habits that we will discuss in this article, one must first understand the concept of the mental model and change their perspective on something: success, money, happiness, etc. A wrong perception may lead to undesirable results, while the correct one will make you an effective person, thus leading to good results. Example of a mental model. Many people believe that high talents are innate, meaning a person is born with the talent they currently possess. This incorrect perception will cause the person to give up on trying to acquire that talent because their mental model tells them otherwise. As a result of this wrong perception, they will not achieve any desired results and will lead to failure because they believe from the start that this talent can only be inherent, and therefore they will surrender and stop learning. However, if their perception were correct, that talents are acquired through learning and experience, not through birth, then their efforts to acquire that skill will be effective, leading to good results, even if they spend a lot of time trying to develop it. The stages of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Now, we come to the 7 habits of highly effective people, which are designed to help you build better mental models and perceptions of the reality we live in. They also assist in achieving maturity more effectively and quickly by going through 3 key stages. 1. Dependent stage. This stage refers to a person's reliance on others in most aspects of life, depending on family, friends, etc. The first 3 habits will help you change some concepts and ideas about dependence, allowing you to rely more on yourself and ultimately reach the independent stage. 2. Independent stage. At this stage, a person becomes fully self-reliant, taking responsibility for their actions and decisions without depending on others. The time required to reach this stage varies from person to person. For example, a young individual may already be independent, while someone in their 30s, perhaps even married, may still not have reached independence, continuing to rely on others and avoiding responsibility. The next 3 habits, habits 4, 5, and 6, will guide you through the stage and help you transition to the interdependent stage. 3. Interdependent stage. This is the final stage on the path to greater effectiveness. Here, a person is not only independent but also responsible for others, such as their family, workplace, and broader community. After reaching this stage, habit 7 comes into play, a habit that remains with a person for the rest of their life. Now, let's move on to the 7 habits of highly effective people. These habits will first help you change your mental model and perception of reality. Then, they will guide you through the 3 stages we previously mentioned. Habit 1, be proactive. People can be categorized into proactive individuals and passive individuals. However, this division does not mean that people are either entirely proactive or entirely passive. Instead, it is more like a spectrum, where people vary in their levels of proactivity and passivity. For example, someone may be slightly proactive but lean towards passivity, or they may be passive but have the potential to become proactive. A proactive person believes that their actions can influence their reality. They take responsibility for their decisions and actions and actively seek solutions to problems, even if they were not the primary cause of those problems. On the other hand, a passive person does not believe their actions have an impact on their reality. They avoid responsibility for their decisions and actions, blame others for their problems, and always attribute their failures and bad luck to external factors. To become an effective person, start with the first habit. Be proactive. This means taking responsibility for yourself and believing that your actions will influence reality and yield positive results. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Sometimes, people work hard to climb the ladder of success, only to realize at the end that they were climbing the wrong ladder from the beginning. The author emphasizes that a person must clearly define their path to success in the start and ensure that the end of this path leads to their desired success. To adopt and practice this habit, one must set both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals. These involve understanding the purpose behind any task or action before starting it. You should ask yourself, what is the goal of this task? Will this task lead to the desired results? If the answer to the second question is no, then you should stop and redirect your efforts towards something that truly aligns with your desired outcome. Long-term goals. These refer to the broader objectives you want to achieve over the course of your life. The author encourages reflection on what you will leave behind when you depart from this world. Ask yourself, will my desired outcomes benefit others? Will my family gain from what I leave behind? Have I made a positive impact on the world through my effective actions? Defining your goals helps you determine the right path to follow in order to achieve the results you desire. When you have clear goals, you will either be motivated to pursue them or adjust them to better align with your true aspirations. Habit 3. Put first things first. Being proactive and setting clear goals does not automatically make you an effective person. Even after applying the first 2 habits, you'll still face many obstacles in life, including challenges, stress, and responsibilities that may be greater than you initially expected. This is where the third habit comes in. Prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency. By managing your priorities effectively, you can focus on completing the most important tasks first, ensuring that your journey toward success stays on track. An effective person prioritizes their time and effort on tasks that generate the greatest results before moving on to less important or non-urgent tasks. It's important to note that prioritization is not just about time management, but self-management. This means focusing on essential tasks even when they are difficult, as completing them is crucial for success. Managing yourself is more important than simply managing your schedule. The 4 categories of prioritization. The author outlines 4 categories to help with prioritization. 1. Important and urgent tasks. Work responsibilities. Essential commitments. Handling emergencies. 2. Important but not urgent tasks. Learning new skills. Reading beneficial books. Planning for the future. 3. Not important but urgent tasks. Watching TV series or movies. Keeping up with sports matches. 4. Not important and not urgent tasks. Browsing social media. Watching unproductive videos. The key to prioritization. Most people tend to complete urgent tasks first, even if they are unimportant. For example, watching a TV series is not important, but it feels urgent because new episodes keep coming out. This leads to poor prioritization and wasted time. The author emphasizes that to become an effective person, you should first focus on category 1, important and urgent tasks, because neglecting them can lead to major crises. Next, prioritize category 2, important but not urgent tasks, because these activities will shape your future success and bring long-term benefits. As for the last 2 categories, it's best to leave them for later, as they add little to no value to your life. Habit 4. Think win-win. As human beings, we naturally depend on others to survive and thrive. We are social creatures, and our progress has always been driven by cooperation. For example, early humans couldn't hunt effectively alone. They relied on teamwork for survival, whether in hunting, defense, or adapting to harsh environments. The importance of cooperation remains just as vital today. Even major corporations that manufacture smartphones, for example, rely on other companies to produce key components. One company may specialize in making batteries, another in manufacturing glass screens, and so on. In other words, collaboration is essential for achieving desirable results. Companies that refuse to work with others to create a high-quality product are at risk of failure. 2 mindsets about cooperation. According to the author, people generally have one of 2 mindsets when it comes to working with others. 1. Scarcity mindset. People with this mindset believe that achieving success means someone else must lose. They often avoid collaboration, thinking that their own gain must come at the expense of others. While they may achieve short-term success, this mindset is not sustainable in the long run. 2. Abundance mindset. People with this mindset believe that success is not a competition where only one person wins. They understand that mutual success is the best way forward, and that working together leads to greater achievements for all parties involved. They see life as an opportunity for shared growth and cooperation, rather than a zero-sum game. The 2 traits required for a win-win mindset. The author states that to achieve a win-win outcome, a person must develop 2 key qualities. 1. Fairness. Treat others fairly and avoid exploiting or taking advantage of them. Taking unfair advantage of others may bring short-term benefits, but will ultimately lead to long-term losses, especially in business and relationships. 2. Courage. Stand up for your own rights when treated unfairly. A win-win mindset does not mean being passive. You should be bold enough to protect your interests while ensuring fairness. The key to success, a win-win outcome. For true effectiveness, both parties should benefit from any collaboration. Balance fairness with courage, ensuring that everyone involved gains value. This approach fosters trust, long-term success, and stronger relationships in both personal and professional life. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. We often struggle with miscommunication and misunderstandings, whether in debates or casual conversations. The main reason is usually differences in opinions, but a deeper cause is our failure to truly understand the other person's perspective, their motivations, thoughts, and reasoning behind their viewpoint. The author emphasizes that understanding others should come before expecting them to understand us. In other words, we must first listen carefully and truly grasp what the other person is expressing before we attempt to explain our own perspective. The benefits of understanding others first. Prioritizing understanding has 2 key advantages. 1. Ensuring your own opinion is correct. By listening attentively, you may discover that your perspective is flawed or incomplete, giving you a valuable opportunity to correct it. 2. Increasing your ability to persuade others. Once you fully understand the other person's viewpoint, you will be better equipped to present your arguments effectively and influence their thinking. This habit encourages critical thinking and deep listening, helping you focus on seeking truth rather than simply winning an argument. Steps to develop this habit. To practice, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Follow these steps. 1. Listen attentively to the other person without rushing to respond. 2. Ask clarifying questions to ensure you fully grasp their perspective. 3. Engage in critical thinking, focusing on understanding ideas rather than just persuading others. 4. Express your understanding of the other person's viewpoint and remain open to constructive criticism of your own opinion. By applying this habit, you build stronger relationships, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and communicate more effectively in all areas of life. Habit 6. Creative cooperation. This habit builds on Habit 4, think win-win, and Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, helping you master effective and innovative teamwork. However, not all cooperation leads to success. It must be intentional, well-structured, and creative to produce the best results. Just as we discussed earlier with companies collaborating to produce a product, the success of the final outcome depends on each contributor's effectiveness. If one company fails to deliver high-quality components, e.g., a poorly made battery, the final product, e.g., a smartphone, will suffer. Key elements of creative cooperation. 1. Strategic partnerships. Choose your collaborators wisely. Work only with those who can bring value and contribute meaningfully to the shared goal. 2. Clear division of responsibilities. Clearly define roles, tasks, and expectations for each party to avoid confusion and inefficiency. 3. Fair distribution of benefits. Ensure that rewards, profits, and recognition are divided fairly among all contributors. The golden rule: no cooperation is better than bad cooperation. Not all collaborations are beneficial. A bad partnership can cause more harm than good, leading to wasted time, poor results, and even conflict. Before engaging in any collaboration, analyze the potential outcomes carefully. If the partnership doesn't align with your vision or goals, it's better to avoid it altogether rather than risk failure. By applying creative cooperation, you will enhance teamwork, innovation, and success in both personal and professional endeavors. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. Imagine spending hours trying to cut down a tree with a dull saw while someone else is regularly sharpening their saw to keep it effective. As a result, the first person takes an excessive amount of time to cut down a single tree, while the second person spends significantly less time and can even cut down multiple trees in the same period. Sharpening the saw refers to the continuous improvement and maintenance of yourself to achieve your desired results efficiently and without exhaustion. 4 dimensions for self-maintenance. To cultivate this habit, the author recommends that you take care of yourself across 4 key aspects of your life. 1. Physical. It's essential to give your body regular rest. Physical exhaustion drains your energy, reducing productivity and creativity, ultimately hindering your ability to reach your goals. 2. Spiritual. If you are religious, it's beneficial to engage in spiritual practices that provide you with comfort. If you're not religious, meditation from time to time can help you relax and reflect on various aspects of your life. 3. Mental. Take breaks from distractions that can overload your mind, such as excessive watching of movies or series, or overuse of social media. Just as your body needs rest, your mind requires downtime as well. 4. Social. Focus on the quality of your relationships rather than merely acquiring more relationships. A few strong, healthy connections are far more valuable than numerous weak or unstable ones. Continuous self-development. In terms of self-improvement, the author advises that you should always strive to develop yourself, especially if you believe in the idea that you know nothing. This mindset encourages a continuous learning process to acquire more skills, particularly in an age where information is just a click away. In this era, excuses for not learning are no longer acceptable. By consistently sharpening the saw in these areas, you will enhance your overall effectiveness, making it easier to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life.